So I'm just going to give you a little overview of this year's class. It's science, 8th grade. So we're going to be really digging deep into earth science. Next year they have a Regents. If they do not pass the Regents, they don't get credit and they will not graduate. So I'm going to give them the foundation for earth science. Everything in my class is color-coded. And whenever there is papers, the structure is always the same. So there's a paper over here. I don't pass papers out because I feel like that's a waste of time. So when they come in, they take the paper, they go sit down. The agenda is always written on the board over there. So everything we're going to be doing for the day is on the agenda. And there's always an objective question. So our topics this year that we're going to learn, there's many of them. There's a little bit of life science because they have biology or living environment in 10th grade, so they'll have the foundation for that. And those topics include human physiology, plants, reproduction and development, genetics, changes of organisms over time, which is evolution, but politically we have to call it changes over time, and ecology. And then these are my favorite topics because this is going to get them prepared for next year. Geology, meteorology, and astronomy. They start astronomy next year in 9th grade. So we end with astronomy, so it's fresh in their mind, so that next year they have a really good, strong foundation and they can build on it. This is the book that they should have received. It's over there. There's also an online version that I had them sign up for the online version in class, because if I asked them to do it at home, sometimes the directions are a little nebulous. So we did it together. I got them the Chromebooks. So everybody should have the online version so that they can download the app on their phone if they'd like to, or whatnot. This is the pink paper. So when they come in, the first thing I should see is their homework out on the desk, and then the next thing will be this pink paper. And I color code everything because then I know who doesn't have the pink paper out, right? Like I could spot it because I hate to waste time. We have 40 minutes. Now I only have 6. No. So I need everything to be as quickly and efficient as possible. But all of these questions on their pink paper is the topics for every lesson. So if you want to look at it, they should have a question and answer. We always answer it in class. And then in the back, right before they take the test, there's a little study sheet. So you look, there's a spot for you to sign it. So when they give it to you to sign, you say, oh, you studied for 5 minutes, maybe you should go back and study. Or let me ask you these questions to see if you know the answer. So if you want to participate in their studying, you can. There's, this one is a little bit more evolved, where it gives them suggestions on what they can study, and I'll show you some study strategies that I'm trying to help them with. Because I tell the kids, I love science so much, but I don't care if you love it. My job is to teach you how to learn. So if you fail every single science test, I really don't care, as long as you try, and as long as you start employing some of the strategies, because you'll be able to use them in every discipline. That's my email address, and there are 2 important things that I wanted the kids to sign up for. One of them is Remind. And the other one you don't have to sign up for. It's on the website, Google Sites. So all of the information for the class is on Google Sites, and I'll show that to you in a minute. If any parent wants to sign up for Remind, you can. And I emailed you guys. So if you didn't get the email, that means that I didn't type in your email correctly, or I couldn't read what you wrote. So if you want to set up Remind, you can do so now. This is, if you have the Remind app, you don't need this part. But if you don't have the Remind app, this goes in the send bar too. And then this is the text that you text, if anybody needs that. And then, how do we study? So I'm going to employ a lot of different strategies. One of them that I love is Quizlet. And I offer the kids extra credit if they do the Quizlet. And this should go to Quizlet, hopefully. It does. So Quizlet has flashcards, and they talk to you. Some of us are kinesthetic learners. That means we have to touch things. Some of us have to hear things. Some of us have to see things. So I like to hear, touch, I like everything. So this is going to talk to us. It should talk. Where's the sound? Oh, here it is.
Physiology. The study of how the whole body functions.
And they could practice the words through this way, and then they could take a little test. And when they take the test, they could play a game. If they take the test and they get 100 on it, they'll get extra credit on their actual test. But here's the thing, I'm tricking them into studying. They take the test, they don't get 100, you don't get extra credit. Take the test again. You could take it 50,000 times until you get 100. Oh, you're studying now. So they want those 5 points. How bad do you want it? If you want something bad enough, you're going to do it a million times. This will give them the opportunity to do it over, and it will switch it up. It's not the same test. And they can even change, like this is a hard written questions because it has to be exactly the way I typed it in. So I always tell them to take out the written, but you can't just have matching. So matching, multiple choice, true, false. This has 31 questions. They can't just do 20. They should do all 31. So this is one of the strategies that they can do. And then it gives them a new test. So every time we do this, they get a new test. And then it grades it when you're done. And if they get a good grade, if they get 100, they don't have to print it. I hate wasting paper. Screenshot it. You can either email it to me or show it to me in the class. That will be a good thing. And I will put the links. Everything will be on Google Sites. So, they also have a test on October 5th. I will give them extra credit. I'm not extra credit. I will do that. But I will give them extra help whenever they want it. But I always give extra help the morning of the test. And I give it during lunch, during APP, whenever they're available, after school. I don't care. Sometimes you think I'm crazy. I even go to people's houses. Because this is my job. Your taxes, yeah, I go to your house. I told you guys that. You pay taxes and I get paid good salary. So I want to make sure that I do my job well. You can ask anybody. I'm not blowing smoke. I am like probably the craziest teacher they have. I'm making them do the meditation and I'm giving them a bagel party because I want them to experience it. So I'm bribing them a little bit. I want to show you Google Sites. So here's my calendar. And this has all the homework for the whole entire month. I give them this paper. It's blue. And this is their homework paper. They get it the minute that they have a new topic. Every single homework is on here for the whole entire unit. So if you're absent, you can't say I was absent. Or if you had soccer practice, well, you had this. Figure it out. Homework's only due Monday, Wednesday, because then we have Mr. Moros, and his homework is due Tuesday, Thursday. So I want the kids to try to budget their time. So this is a way that they can figure out, okay, when does it work for me? I know what my homework is for the whole entire unit. I had some kids do their homework all in like 2 days. Not this year yet, but you guys will figure it out. As they progress through, they'll decide when they want to do the homework. So for the whole unit, it's up here. And then there's a whole extra thing. Because I want the kids to take ownership, and if they don't like certain things, like last year, some teachers made them do outlines. I hate those stupid outlines. It was fine. That's on the video. I hate those outlines. I just like them. Anyway, so this is do your own homework. Pick your own homework, whatever you want.